Hi guys, Luke of SimBoxx. We're delighted to be doing an Instagram live today with Jono Carroll, super featherweight. Just waiting for Jono to join the conversation now, and really looking forward to speaking to him. Of course, on the back of his victory against Scott Quigg most recently. So as soon as Jono jumps on, we can crack on. Jono's just about to join now. Jono, how are we doing?
What's happening, my brother? How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. How's things? Are we doing okay?
Oh, good. Not a bother, pal, eh?
Yeah, good. So, we'd like to be speaking to you today. Been really looking forward to getting the interview underway. Obviously, during the current lockdown situation, it's been difficult to get out and speak to boxers. So, Instagram Live's a really good way for us to keep interacting with boxers such as yourself. So, thanks for your time.
My pleasure, pal. It's good even doing all these like live feeds and stuff like that. It's good to have another added conversation, then.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how have you been keeping during this current lockdown situation, keeping yourself fit and stuff like that?
Yeah, good to be honest. Because I just had my fight, I was half one of the lucky ones, you know, that way that I was able to have my fight. And then I was gonna relax for a good 4 or 5 weeks regardless, you know, kind of way. So I'm just delighted to be that it happened when it did, you know. I'm just happy I got my fight out of the way. I'm blessed, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing is with the Scott Quigg fight as well is obviously it was originally scheduled to be December 7th on the Andy Ruiz Andy Joshua rematch card, and obviously it was postponed back then. So, like you say, it's a great relief for yourself to be able to have got the fight in so soon before the lockdown situation.
Yeah, 100%. Because it was already the passing up the boy holiday trip to the boys, or the passing up Disneyland Paris. I was meant to go just after Christmas. You know, a few little things was already putting off for the fight. So, and then directly after Christmas, I went straight to America, you know, like, so there was a lot of sacrifices made for that fight. So I really wanted to make a statement on that night. And I did, the night I was able to do that, but imagine, Jesus, if it had been a week later, then all this, it would have been horrible. All the hard work and the sacrifices all for nothing.
Yeah, definitely. So, if we can go back to the build-up to the fight, it was the last time I managed to speak to you on behalf of SimBoxx. It was at the final press conference, and you was very confident, and one of, you're going to back yourself, but there wasn't many other people that was backing a stoppage victory for Jono Carroll, but you was very confident of being able to get him out there. A lot of people thought if he was going to win, it might have been via decision. As it was, obviously, you forced a stoppage, and you was always very confident of that.
Yeah, to be honest, because the only times I ever called a stoppage was the times that I did really stop someone, you know what I mean? I called the stoppage for the Deco fight and then the Quigg fight. I don't really call stoppage because it's not my style, you know. I don't like to be going out and saying, I'm going to do this and I'm going to annihilate that person and do this, that, and the other. Everyone knows I haven't got that big, massive one punch, but I can, if it's God's will, I can break someone down and I can really punish them. And I knew I was going to do that to Quigg because I was feeling so good in training camp. I was thinking one person against me at the minute, like, because in training camp, a few different sparring partners and whatnot, so when I was just thinking one person, there's no way he's going to be able to withstand that way and blows constantly. No chance.
Yeah, definitely. So, looking back on the fight itself, how do you feel Scott Quigg performed in that fight? Because he mentioned himself post-fight that he didn't feel like it was him in there. Was you surprised by his performance? Did you expect that performance? Like, take me through how you perceived him to be as an opponent.
To be honest, we imagined and we thought that was the exact opponent that was going to come in. Scott Quigg has boxed the exact same style from day one when he started boxing. You know, he can only do one style, and we said that from post-fight. Like, we said that fair enough coming around and saying, I didn't feel right after the fight when he got beat. But before the fight, he said it was one of the best training camps he ever had. It's always the same. People are always, it's a great training camp and this, that, and the other. And then after the fight, they have excuses. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like his style was, he always boxed that style. And we knew that was the style that he was going to come with. And that we were prepared for. And the reason why we made it look so easy was because we had so long to prepare for that style. Yeah. That we just got the game plan down to a T.
So, in your words, do you believe that it was more of you doing something right than him doing something wrong, that it played out in your benefit?
So that's exactly what it is, because Scott Quigg, I was saying to everyone before the fight, I was saying the only time he throws punches is when he comes in, high guard, you punch the guard, and then he squats before he throws a punch. Like he bends the legs and then he lets the punches go. So I knew every time he was going to punch. So if you can predict every time someone's going to punch, all I have to do is bleed and keep him off balance, give him angles, and stop him from squatting. As soon as he squat, then just have to take a half step back, and I'd make him fall short, you know, or take a little half step to the side. Like it was very easy to throw him off his game plan. But it was a lot of months of preparing for that, you know what I mean, to be able to do it as easy as I done it. But it was a great night, you know what I mean? I performed at my best as well, because if I had stood and started banging with him, it mightn't have been an easy night. It mightn't have been that good of a night. You know, one of the times I could have played into his hands, and if I had played into his hands, it could have been a worse night, and people can be like, oh, Craig looked all right to me, but now I done my game plan perfect, and that made him look terrible.
Definitely. So, you know, with the confidence that you had in your game plan, and like you say, you had such a big amount of time to prepare for Scott Quigg, what do you believe of the people that doubted you going into that fight that made Scott Quigg an overwhelming favourite? You know, did you take a lot of gratification from proving these people wrong? Yeah,
do you know what? A lot of people say I can't punch, but obviously, if it's enough to keep the likes of Scott Quigg up, with proper former world champion and whatnot, a proper seasoned professional, I obviously have enough pop in the shot to be able to keep someone off. People just thought because he was a seasoned pro, he's going to be able to just walk straight through me and walk me down. And I wouldn't have been able to withstand the pressure that he put on me, like the constant pressure of him coming forward. But like, mate, I'm the younger, fresher man, you know what I mean? I always knew if it was going to come to a case of fitness, I knew I was going to have him on the fitness, because I'm the younger, fresher fighter. And I'm always fit. Like, I'm always super fit, and I stay fit all the time. So even though he's the same type of fighter, stays fit all the time, because I had that little bit of youth and stuff like that, I just knew, I was like, nah, there's no chance in a million years that he's beating me in that ring. Like, I just had an overwhelming feeling of, I'm gonna smash him. I just knew I was gonna do it in style, you know what I mean? I never felt like possibility he's gonna win this fight. Like, I never felt like he was in the fight in the first place.
So in your opinion, you never agreed with the underdog tag that you was given? You know, you was the underdog with the bookies. You never understood that?
No, never in a million years. I never understood when people were saying 50-50. I was laughing and half smiling. I was like, 50-50, like, it's as if, like, you know what I mean? There's no chance it's a 50-50 fight. But I can understand why I was underdog and why it was a 50-50 fight. Like, if you get me, I haven't got that big pop. He's in a lot of knockouts and stuff like that. And then I suppose I understand if I'm going to knock someone out, it's kind of going to be early, you know, that way. I didn't think the bookies obviously would think that I still had the power in the 11th round to be able to stop him. And then because I suppose the likes of like Oscar Valdez and stuff like that, they couldn't stop him, and they're known to be bangers, but yet they couldn't stop him. And that was only last year, so you know what I mean. So I can understand why they never thought I was going to stop him in a million years. Like, I can understand why the odds were high, I suppose. But I'm delighted, because I won a lot of people a lot of money, so I'm sure the bookies took enough money off me over the years. I'm delighted.
It's always good to get one back.
100%, even if it's not my money, because I don't bet, like, I don't put money on the fights or like, I get paid enough, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want to be like mixing in there, like, you know, like even prize people were saying, you should just put money on, like, don't even put a tenner on it, but nah, I just don't like betting on myself. I don't like that.
Yeah. So, you know, given, you know, your opinion on the fight and the amount of confidence you had going in, would you still consider Scott Quigg to be the best victory on your record so far?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. It's definitely by far the best opponent that I faced. See, the thing is, he's a former world champion, but it was the way I done it. I done it in style. It wasn't that just the fact that I beat him in style, and I made it look so easy and good. And I show people that I can box too, not just a fighter.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think that was something that you took added gratification from, that you sort of took the fight away from him? You know, it was such a concussive victory. You know, almost a dominant victory. It wasn't, like you say, by any means easy. It was something that you planned out. Your vision come in, and then you put the vision into reality.
Exactly. It's exactly like what people say. Train hard, fight easy. You know, I trained extremely hard, but I focused on a lot of things that he was going to do. I knew exactly what way he was going to throw punches and how he was going to come in. So there was a lot of times where I was like, right, when he does this, we're going to do that. When he does this, we're going to do that. So I just kept going over and over, and that's why I gave a lot of praise to Al with me trainer in that camp because it was all him. He gave the game plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was able to obviously execute the game plan and whatnot, but he gave the game plan, and he just drilled it into my head every day. We were just working on it and working on it, and even like the morning of the fight, we were out like in the hotel room, like, you know, we were doing a bit out in the hallways and all. You know what I mean? Like whereas most people don't do that. The day away, and even like we were out touching around on the pads, but just to keep you sharp up here more so than anything else, you know. And yeah, it was a fantastic victory. I was delighted with the victory.
Yeah. So in the build up to the fight, you know, there seemed to be like I wouldn't say bad blood as such, but a little bit of needle. You know, there was plenty of back and forth between yourself and Scott. Did you catch up with him after the fight, and did you speak to him at all post fight and kind of like?
No, Scott Quick, I don't think. No, I think he's one of them. Like if you heard his films, I don't think he likes to be mates with someone afterwards. You know what I mean? Whereas I don't care what someone says to me. I was just having a laugh, and even though there was a bit of niggle, but I just like that. It builds me up. It makes me work harder for the fight. And but after the fight, when it's all said and done, he was down. Don't get me wrong. I spoke to him a little bit after, but like we were staying in different hotels, and I was gone. I went back to Spain the day after the fight. You know what I mean? I was out there. Yeah. But no, he didn't bring me for no Philly cheesesteak or nothing like that.
Fantastic.
A pie. Should have brought me for a pie. Should have hit him up.
Yeah. You've had a little bit of time since the fight now. You know, obviously the whole lockdowns threw everything up in the air. But was there any kind of thoughts of the future for what's next with Jono Carroll?
Do you know what? Because of all this stuff going on, I haven't really thought too much into the future. But what it is, I do want a world title, and I want a world title within the space of a year. I want another shot at a world title, and I believe this time I have the experience and I don't know, just the boxing ability to be able to pull it off this time. You know, maybe last time we took it a little bit early or something. I don't know. I think I'm just at the developing a lot. I'm at the maturing a lot, and I think I'm ready for the world scene now at this stage. You know what I mean? But with all this bloody coronavirus going on, I don't know how or when it's going to obviously be up and running and they're going to have another fight and whatnot. No one knows, you know what I mean? We're all in this bit of a sticky situation. We're all, it's just like, it's a waiting game now at this stage. And I don't know, for the looks of it, I don't think this stuff is gonna end soon.
Yeah, that's a frustrating thing. So, you know, speaking of, your previous world title challenge, obviously you fought Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer recently obviously lost the world title to Jojo Diaz. Can I get your thoughts on that fight? And did you watch the fight yourself?
Yeah, what's the fight? You know what? I think he made weight a little bit wrong. I think he done very good. As in, I think he just really made weight wrong, and he looked drained. You know what I mean? He looked like he was forcing the fight from round 4 on. Like it was like he just didn't have enough snap in his punches on. Whereas I think maybe he done the hard work in the training camp. Maybe that's what I was thinking, because we had some serious sparring in that camp. There was times where he done 14 rounds with me and Toka Khan, and 14 rounds with like world class opponents. That's not easy. You know what I mean? 14 rounds that's hard work, like, and especially with someone like me giving you your 4-7 rounds, because I'll burn you out. Like that's a lot of energy drained, because I just keep going myself, you know. So I don't know. I have think maybe overworked or he overtrained and was a bit drained. But I think making the weight was his problem, because I think he looked sharp and he looked fit when he was in training. But the minute you start making weight, his sparring started to get affected a little bit.
Yeah. So in your opinion, do you think you'll see Farmer chase the rematch, or do you think he'll move up in weight?
No, 100%. Farmer has a rematch clause, so he's definitely having a rematch. I don't see why he wouldn't have a rematch, because the money's going to be decent no matter what. Plus, it's a world title shot. If he moves up in weight, then he's not. No, like it just doesn't make sense. Like I'd have to have the rematch, and then if he wins the title, then jump up in weight makes sense, because then he gets opportunities up at lightweight straight away. Whereas, like if he doesn't, then he's back chasing titles, and that's not where he needs to be at. You know what I mean? Yeah,
definitely. So looking at the current super featherweight world champions, I'd just like to get your opinions on the current champions. If I take through them one by one, if that's okay with you. So,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, so if we start off, of course, with Jojo Diaz, I think he'll be the most obvious champion to start with. Obviously, he took the title from Tevin Farmer. obviously you were friends with Tevin, so you looked at it from a fan of Tevin Farmer maybe, but how did you perceive, or what did you take from Jojo Diaz's performance? Because he did box out of his skin, he overcome the cut, and as much as Tevin Farmer wasn't himself, what did you take from Jojo Diaz?
Yeah, I think Jojo Diaz done amazing. I think he's done very good. I actually texted him and congratulated him the next day. It was like, oh, you've done really well, fair play to you. You stuck to the game plan, and it worked. I was like, but tell the truth, I set that blueprint. And he wrote back like, haha, yeah, no, you actually did. I watched that fight the morning of our fight, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah. So we basically admitted that I set the blueprint of beating him. Yeah. Because I just buried off the game plan. Like, my game plan was correct. And that's another thing I'll give Albert. He got the game plan right for beating Farmer too. It was just I didn't have the experience to be able to pull it off and keep a cool head, whereas Diaz did. But I just think Jojo Diaz's style as well suits me better. If I was to fight Jojo Diaz, I think his style would suit me better. I have problems with people like Farmer, you know what I mean? But someone like Jojo Diaz, I wouldn't. So I'd love a fight with him. That'd be amazing, you know what I mean? It'd be a fantastic fight.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think Jojo Diaz is a great champion too. Very good champion.
Yeah, definitely. So, another world champion at your weight, Miguel Belcher, I think he's considered by a lot of people the #1 in the division. What's your opinion on Miguel?
Yeah, Miguel Belcher is an amazing fighter. When I was in Mexico, I seen him sparring. So he was sparring middleweight and all he was.
Yeah.
The fella was huge. Like, the same weight as me, obviously, but like, geez, like, I don't know how he makes the weight. He just looks like a much bigger man altogether, you know what I mean? His shoulders, he looks like the same size as my trainer. My trainer's bigger than me, like, it's just like, looking at him, like, he looked like a shoulder width and all was wider, and I was like, why are you trying to fall at middleweight like this fella? I don't know how he makes the weight, it genuinely baffles me, but he just has serious knockout power. I think he is the main dog in the division at the minute.
Yeah, so then, of course, you have like the long-time champion, Leo Santa Cruz. He's often considered pound for pound. What's your thoughts on Leo Santa Cruz?
My thoughts, Leo Santa Cruz is like, I would love to fight Leo Santa Cruz. Out of all them champions, I'd love to fight Leo Santa Cruz out of all them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you see holes in his games that you'll exploit better than you would in the other champions, maybe?
Yeah, a lot of holes in his game, man. It doesn't look like he punches that hard either. And whereas the other champions do punch hard, like they look like they punch hard and stuff, he doesn't. I don't know, I just don't really rate him, even though he's an amazing fighter. He is a very good fighter, but the styles make fights, and I just think someone like him, his style suits me. I don't mind his style. So I hate counter punchers. I hate people that like make a miss, whereas he doesn't really make a miss. He's not like he's more of a come and stand and fight a little bit. Whereas styles like that suit me more. Like I hate counter punches. I hate defensive fighters, boxers. So when I see someone like them, I'm like, oh, melt. Like it's more of a nightmare to fight someone like that. But I adjust and I can always adjust. I'm used to fighting boxers at this stage, but as you've seen in my last fight, I'm actually a better boxer than I am fighter. So I've just never been able to box because all the opponents that I'm getting are bleeding counter punches. So it's a melt for me, you know what I mean? I'm always fighting against me with them almost, whereas someone like Leo Santa Cruz or any come forward fighter, like I prefer a come forward fighter. Yeah. They suit my style better, so I'd love to fight Leo Santa Cruz.
Fantastic. Finally, the WBO champion, Jamel Herring. I think he's, strongly rumoured to be fighting Carl Frampton next. If it wasn't for the current lockdown situation, I'm sure that fight would have been announced by now. What's your thoughts on Jamel as a champion? And then can I get your thoughts on the potential Herring versus Frampton fight?
Yeah, I don't really, the same. I don't really rate Jamel Herring as an amazing world champion. I do think he's a world champion nonetheless, so you have to take your hat off to him and say well done and that. But at the same time, I think Carl beats him. If Carl fights him, I think Carl has better boxing skills, boxing ability. Jamel Herring's legs are just like too big, so just because his upper body is big doesn't mean he's actually powerful, you know what I mean? A lot of weightlifters and stuff like that can't punch. He's a big fella, like he is big for the weight, but he has tiny legs, and I know people that know him personally too, and says like when stuff gets hard in there in the fight and stuff, he kind of looks for ways out and stuff like that. These are people that know him from the amateur squad, from when he was an amateur even. So I know people who know him well, and they're like, I can't believe that he ever became world champion in the first place.
Right, okay.
So the people who were on the amateur team were shocked that he's even a world champion. You know what I mean? So that just goes to show. And that fella who I'm talking about, that knows Jamel Hannon, he didn't accept the fight with me. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I don't know. You know what I mean? I think I'd love to fight Jamel Hannon. If he beats Frampton, I'd love to fight him next.
So
if not, I'd like to fight Frampton, whatever. I don't care.
Do you think we could get to a point where, you know, say for instance, if the Frampton Heron fight wins, Frampton takes a WBO world title, and then we get a fight with Carl Frampton, you know, a Jono Carroll, Carl Frampton WBO world title fight? You know, it doesn't get much better than that.
Doesn't get much better than that. Right? That would be fantastic if that happened. Oh my God, it'd be a dream come true for me, because I've been like following Carl's professional career since I've been a teenager. You know what I mean? So for me, I'd love to just even share a ring with him and stuff like that. It'd be amazing. But to be able to win a world title off Carl Frampton in Belfast and like in packed out Soul Arena or something like that, man, it'd be just like a dream come true. You know what I mean? It'd be a dream come true. So please God, my fingers are crossed that Carl wins the fight. But then Carl has to defend it against me. So does Carl accept the fight? I don't know if he will. And then does he retire after the fight? Because if I was Carl, man, like a 3-weight world champion, is it even worth risking? Like, you know, if he retires after winning that, he wins on top, retires a world champion, the whole lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd fight me just because the money would be massive.
Yeah, it would be.
He probably will do the fight. You know what I mean? But like, we'll see.
Definitely.
Fingers crossed.
So looking more at your own career again, you know, do you ever see a point where, you know, is there any interest for Jono Carroll to ever fluctuate in weight for if the right fight, you know, came up, you know, whether it be going down to featherweight or up to 135? Do you ever see a situation where that might arise? Yeah,
for sure. Listen, I would, if the shot come up for warranting a featherweight, 100%, but it'd have to be a world title fight. For me to jump down into featherweight, it'd have to be a world title fight. And for me to jump up in weight, yeah, it doesn't matter as long as the money was right and it was for something. I was going to get a decent ranking or something like that, you know, it was a European or WBO, IBF, something like that, I don't know, whatever. I'm happy to go up and down weight. The weight doesn't bother me. I always just say, when an opportunity comes up, I'm like, yeah, what weight, when? I don't really care, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to fight and I just want to know how much you're getting paid and where the venue is and what the weight is at and how good and there, you know what I mean? And I think that's how fighters should be. Fighters, I think these days are taking too much of the bleeding, their career serious, and then they're thinking they're bleeding the managers as well, you know what I mean? Like, just go and fight who you're told to fight, and simple as that, you know? Yeah, as a fan of boxing, it'd be a lot more straightforward if everyone had that kind of attitude. Yeah, but the only people who, like, I suppose, have any bargain with is the world champions, and that's only because they're like, oh, but I don't get paid this and I should be getting paid a bit more. I said, mate, stop being hungry and just blade and fight, will you, and accept what you're getting given. Like, a lot of these fighters are like, he came at me with a brutal offer, like, he offered me 2 million, cheeky them and all, you're like, 2 million. For you and your bleeding Andy for 2 million quid, you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous, like, when people are turning down, like, these mega fights. Like, I just love to be involved in those type of fights. Definitely. So, to be honest with you, Jono, that was pretty much all my boxing questions answered. The only other thing I need to ask is, I need tips on growing a beard. During this lockdown, I clipped the beard off, I clipped the stubble off, instantly regretted it, and I need to get it going back. Man. I swear to God, you need to be just born. Born with the good genes, mate. I don't know, like, I give up on it. It was boredom, and I shaved it off, and I regretted it straight away. I only trimmed this once since the quick fight. Like, that's how much. Like, I just can't be arsed. I just leave because I'm so lazy. I just trim these little bits here. I just leave this, go as bushy and as wild as I want. Have you ever been in a position where, you know, an opponent might have questioned the beard and asked for it to be shaved off, maybe, or anything like that? Is that that happens. That happens every time. If you notice, every time before my the week of the fight, I always have a massive long beard because I deliberately don't shave my beard for 2 to 3 weeks. Just for the simple fact that I know that the opponent gives out all the time, like every single time, it's either the opponent or the manager, trainer, whoever it is. Someone complains about it all the time. So I just let it grow and then I just trim it up. just 2 days before the fight or the day of the fight, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I was going to trim it up anyway. But if we trim it up the week of the fight, then they're going to come out about it and have to trim it right down. You know what I mean? So I'd rather just let it go wild, and then when they come out, give out about it.
Yeah.
I just trim it up. I was going to trim it up anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, you know, when you say things like, you do it on purpose and you get a reaction and stuff like that, the outspokenness with the Irish accent, a lot of people picture Conor McGregor, he made it mainstream and he crossed over into the mainstream with the bravado and the outspokenness. Do you take inspiration from stuff like that and making events bigger and making rivalries with your opponent and playing the mind games and stuff like that? Do you ever take any inspiration from Conor McGregor?
Like, yes and no, because I don't necessarily like him as a person. I don't like the way he's at that kind of turning out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually quite like him at the start of his career. I thought he was funny. I thought he was hilarious and that. But I don't know. I just think it's gone too far now at this stage. It's gone more disrespectful, and it's not as witty and as funny and that anymore. So for me, it's like the fun has kind of gone out. You're just being rude now at this stage. And that's one stage where I never want to get into, because I'm not a natural, rude, arrogant person. Even though I am confident, like I am very confident in myself and my ability and whatnot. But I don't know. I just don't like to be a prick for the sake of being a prick. You know what I mean?
Right, okay.
Like,
yeah, understandable.
But I don't like taking inspiration from him. But what he's done for the sport and what he's done for his own sport has been amazing. You know what I mean? Fair play to him. But like you can't step in the boxing ring, so we can't. It's not like it's two different sports. Obviously, it's still a fighting sport. So I get the reason why you ask the question and all that, but I hate the fact that it's like anyone that is doing half decent in any sort of fight sport, they just get compared to Conor McGregor. Like, it's just a bit stupid. It's like, I think it's Conor McGregor. Why? Because of what? Because I speak with a double accent?
Yeah.
You know, people, it's like, it's just a typical Dublin personality as well. Like, see, the thing is, in Dublin, all your mates know, they all slag you. Like, your best mate knows the deepest, darkest secrets that you have, and he's flagging you more than anyone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So like banter in Ireland, like my family was getting me the worst slagging growing up as a kid. You know what I mean? So it was like,
so you can get
we have tough skin.
That people think it's almost like Conor McGregor's like a break in the mold, and they don't realise it's just like your average confident banter in Dublin. Yeah,
your average so. Like, I am not messing. You go into any single pub and join any single group in that pub, and there's one of them lads in every single group. Brilliant. Just a funny fella ripping it out of everybody. You know what I mean? It comes out with the one-liners. You know what I mean? It always comes out with the good one-liners. Like, there's one of them in every single group. It just is what it is. Conor McGregor isn't a model. It's just a typical young fella from Dublin. Yeah, but don't be wrong, he did put it on the mainstream, and he's a superstar. You know what I mean? So fair play to him. Like, I respect him for doing what he's done. But for me, I would like if he tried to do a little bit more for like the community as far as the people, because he is such a big voice and a big thing. He could be doing a lot more for the place. Now I'm sure he probably does, but at the same time, what he could be doing for people is crazy. You know what I mean? So I think he needs to be using his voice for a little bit more positive. But at the same time, who am I to judge any man? At the same time, I'm sure he's a busy man. He has kids as well, like, you know what I mean? So I shouldn't be judging on him like that either. Yeah. But you know what I mean? It is what it is. When you're that big and popular, like with a lot of what's the saying? With a lot of something. I forget the saying that I'm thinking of it. But it's like with a lot of responsibility comes a lot of, like, with a lot of like success and stuff comes a lot of responsibility. You know what I mean? And he has a shitload of responsibility now because his name, he can't do anything wrong. He's in the limelight. You know what I mean? So for him, he just has to do everything right now.
I've just noticed a comment as we're talking. Someone wanted to know why did you switch your gloves for the fight? Was they meant to be Donados and you wore Reyes for the quick fight? Yeah, so
they were meant to be Donados. But the thing is, I have hand problems, and I've had hand problems for this camp, and my hand was actually really bad. I had to get a cortisone shot 3 weeks. 3 weeks out because I couldn't even spar. It was that bad at sparring and all. It was starting to bother me and annoy me, so I had to get a cortisone shot. And we were using Reyes Safe Tech. We usually do use them because we've used them one time before, and it's the only time I've never had problems with my hands. So I already ordered the Reyes Safe Tech, And the narrow gloves I've been using in training, and they've been really good in training, and they felt like they were going to be, that's what I was going to be using. So I got the narrow sent over, and I got the Reyes Safe Tech as well sent over. And just the narrows had literally no padding whatsoever. And it's good if you're a puncher and you want to knock someone out, you want to hurt someone. But for me, because I already had hand problems, my hands were already sore, I was thinking, no way, give me the ones with a bit more pushing on the knuckles, you know what I mean? Because the narrows are for like haunting people, really. I'll probably wear them in my next fight, just for I have to make sure my hands are good, you know what I mean? He's sending me out 3 different gloves with different padding in them. But the padding, the ones that he sent out for that fight, he just didn't have enough time, you know what I mean? So we didn't know what one, so we just sent any of them that he had in stock there, and just sent them out. Once that was already basically approved by the commission and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, it was more the padding in them. The padding was just a little bit hard. My hands were like, oh, I was like hitting a brick. I was like, no chance. There's no chance.
Right. Well, Jono, that's everything that I wanted to ask. You've answered everything great. Thanks for your time. I wish yourself and your family all the best during this lockdown, and I'm sure we'll catch up again at some point in the future.
Down, man. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time out and spending the day with me.
No problem. Bye-bye.
God bless. Bye-bye.